Oh, I got it. Oh, I got it. Sweet, sweet loot. Ah, I got away with it. Caped Crusader, my platoon. Oh, we're rolling. Well, hello there. I'm Jack Slater, aka the Comic Outlaw, and yeah. Let me explain. You caught me in a as you travel from multiverse to multiverse, you tend to have to wear disguises, have to play characters, or sometimes certain people in the timeline disappear and you have to kind of fill in their role. Take this, for example. Uh, this is a costume. I don't usually wear this. This is for DC Dimension 621, where I play Jackson Cobblepot, aka Patrick St. Patrick. The St. Patrick theme thief. My top hat of hypnotism and my blade of sharpness. Well, it's not the blade of sharpness, but it's basically a good pick sticker. Nice cast iron. Actually, this thing has done many a hero cruel, swift injustice, if you see what I'm saying. But at any rate, I just ditched the Caped Crusader. Well, that world. Imagine a sheriff Batman, so to speak. Basically like Wyatt Earp Batman. 6 shooting carrying. Very interesting character. Wears a brim hat. I call him the Cowboy Bat. But he exists in the modern century. So, I went away from him. And, they dropped me off in jail. I disappear from jail. I reappear here. Da 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 da. And now I'm doing the show for you. Look, real quick, let's get a change in. Brother I. Change me, brother. What's up? That was a quick change. You gotta love a ship that can do that. Basically, it's like Star Trek, except it can beam your clothes instead of beaming you. Got something changed because we got a toy. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. As you can see, I've been bouncing back and forth from the multiverse, doing this and that, and I acquired a little goodie here. The leader, check that out. Yeah, you gotta love this. All right, check out the back. It's the one that comes with the Abomination. Let me drop some knowledge. Now, the leader came from Tales to Astonish, and that came out in 1964, which was very interesting because the Hulk title had pretty much dried up. They had ran out of ideas for the Hulk. You see, this actually happened with Superman, too, because they're very powerful characters. It's hard to write for someone that has boundless strength and can basically destroy anything in sight. And the Hulk ran dry. It really did. And they had this Tales to Astonish, and the interesting thing about Tales to Astonish is that it was like there's no Marvel Comic Presents. It was like a 2-hero thing where it had a story of one hero and a story of another hero. It was like a combo mix, and the Hulk became a dominant guest star in it after a while. So much so that actually turned into the Incredible Hulk run. Woo! I mean, some of these issues are really out there. I'm actually thinking about covering the leader because I read the issues. I have the issues, that lead up to the leader's beginning and his origins and stuff like that. I'm fascinated. I love strange stuff. If you watch this show, 60s weirdness is just candy to me. And we got my key to the city, the knife of sharpiness. This little dandy comes with me on a lot of adventures. But anyways, now the leader's a very interesting guy. His name was Samuel Stearns. Stearns? Yeah, Stearns. Check it out. Even got the original right there. All right. Now, the interesting thing about him, the difference between him and Bruce is Bruce was a scientist that got exposed to gamma radiation and became a brute, a Hulk. All strength. Brain, depending on, the version, I guess. But early Hulk, like this Tales to Astonish Hulk had sort of a mind, but like I said, the Hulk's IQ tends to fluctuate. There was a point where Doctor Strange threw him in a dimensional loop, and he was going from dimension to dimension to dimension, just messing shit up. Comics, y'all. But anyways, this guy, unlike the Hulk movie, which is pretty good, the Edward Norton Hulk movie is actually pretty good for explaining these characters. I'm a little sad they haven't brought him in yet. He is a janitor that was exposed to gamma radiation through an accident, and it made him smarter. It made him hella intelligent. He has telepathy. You know, like he can touch someone and dominate their mind. That power actually extends a little bit. Like sometimes it's stronger where he doesn't have to touch you. Sometimes it depends on the comic. The leader has had appearances in the movies. I think one of his most memorable ones are during the Avengers cartoons they made a little while back, and Hulk Agents of Smash. Oh my God, he is so good in that one. He makes such a great foil for the Hulks. And this is a classic leader costume. It kind of looks like the one from Hulk's Agent of Smash, which I'm totally down for. And this is the leader card I've had for a long time. You can see how things were in the 90s and how they are now. This guy's had a lot of interesting stories. Depending on what you read or what you watch, he helped engineer the Red Hulk. He's done a lot of damage over time. He's been in a villain for the Avengers. He's been in a villain for, I think, the X-Men. He's basically done it all. And I'm very happy to have him in the group. Actually, it's nice to have a super genius, you know. All right. Yeah, I highly recommend Hulk Agents of Smash. I've said that a couple times on the show. I love it. Love it. But, you know what we're here for, huh? Dankeschön. Darling, Dankeschön. Should we pop it on open? Now, in the cartoon, in the Avengers cartoon, I like the whole Gamma story. Like, the Absorbing Man, they changed his origins from Loki creating him to Gamma. They had a whole Gamma dungeon, you know. It was really cool, the Gamma monsters, and how Leader hatched a plot to turn like everyone into his Gamma slaves. It was pretty cool. Hulk Agents of Smash. I love the one where the Leader tries to take over Ego, big giant planet. Like I said, this guy's done some outrageous stuff. Let's check it out. Alright, let's see. Well, single piece. Pop out the leg first. So this is for the Abomination right here. To be honest with you, I don't know if I'm going to collect everything else, you know. But it's a lot of stuff, and I already have like 2 Iron Men. And we're going to pop the toy out and see where we are there. Ooh, that was great. You guys know that I don't like those little plastic rings. They bug the hell out of me. They're very hard to pull off. They're very annoying. This one just popped off wonderfully. I mean, as soon as I saw this, I knew this was the toy for me. Give it a little stand-up test. Now the feet are kind of flat-based, which is not bad if you have stands. Yeah, the feet are a little dicey. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use a stand, but he looks pretty good though. I like the classic giant brain. It has that 50s look. He was creating the 60s, but you know, a lot of these artists had ties in the 50s. There's so many classic sci-fi movies that came out in the 50s. I know the effects look corny as compared to now, but some of them are just off the chain if you give them a chance and you're able to suspend belief. You know what I mean? People believe in glitter vampires. You know, I mean, come on. Suspend a little belief here. Check it out. No, I really wish it would have came with a weapon of some type. I feel a little like he just came with the leg and this, You know, it just kind of sucks sometimes when they don't have any accessories whatsoever. You know, like at least Batman had a Batarang or something like that. This one just this. I was hoping like maybe a gun, a shrink ray, uh, you know, anything like that. But you know, you take what you could get. It's a quality toy though, real solid. Doesn't fall apart at all. I love the way the arms move. You can move them around a little bit. Very articulate. And I have to say, I really do like this toy. Very cool. Like I said, you wish I had a gun, but I have a bunch of little doodads down there from other characters. I'm sure I could find something for them. Very cool. I'll give you one more time, a little view. Scope him out. I recommend buying him. He's nice to have in the shelf. You know, the leader's one of those characters that I think is due in Marvel, due for a comeback, due for a villain in the movie. Come on, Marvel. Leader. Pick the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. You know you want to. Make that money, Disney. Make that money. Yeah. But anyways, the Comic Outlaw, and as you can see, it's hard when you're on the run. I got some loot to spend. I got some dollars to get going, and I got a sheriff cowboy bat to duck. So, as always, this is the Comic Outlaw, signing off.